Well, that's not on him. I mean, sitting in the corner is not going to do much. But, yeah, I think, in order.
What's up? Back with another one. Chris Paul sat down on Max Kellerman's podcast and shared his thoughts on the Lakers. And of course, reactions started pouring in immediately. Check this clip out.
Not do too much and...
Well, that's not on him. I mean, sitting in the corner is not going to do much. But, yeah, I think, in order... Like, I personally don't think the Lakers are good enough to be contenders right now. Not right now.
When you say contenders, what do you mean?
I don't think they have enough to get to the Western Conference final. I don't think they have enough to get to really contend from that perspective.
So
right
OKC
now.
is in a class by themselves.
Very much
they
so.
The Lakers don't fit in with the rest of the pack. They got the second best record in the conference.
Yeah, but we've seen that before. That doesn't mean anything. I think when you look, we've seen it, right? We've seen when you have the talent up top that they have, those guys can win games.
LeBron
right?
and Luka.
But also Austin's played very well
Reaves,
this year. He's taking a step. But then things start to really, when you come to back half of the season, where guys are really, now they have their conditioning,
they're scouting you different, they're preparing for you more. Yeah.
It's one thing. Then when you go into the playoffs, we've seen last year, they ran into athleticism and length. They struggled.
I think they fit in with it. Look, ideally, Austin Reaves, and who knows what happens by the playoffs, is Ginobili, right? In an ideal world,
on a championship team,
he's the key for a sixth man, right?
Yeah. But
that's
he's
not
paid,
this.
But he's paid as a starter.
He's paid. I get it.
Yeah.
So it makes it harder.
Yeah.
Right.
No, what I'm saying is, Ginobili was paid as a starter.
Sure, but in this day and age, if you're paid the way he's about to get paid, it's harder to make you a sixth man.
Going back to the championship organization versus an organization with championships. The Spurs...
On the Spurs, he'd be the sixth man, right? Especially back in the day.
The Spurs made that decision, and you know what Ginobili did?
He
embraced it.
Best believe LeBron James had a hand in this. Chris Paul didn't just say it out of nowhere. You know there's some strategy behind those words.
Yeah, it's weird for me too. Obviously, with all the talent in the starting five of the Lakers, you would think otherwise. But it's weird to hear Rich Paul say that with his biggest client being LeBron James. So to me, it's more to it. This could be strategy down the line. I'm not sure what the strategy is for, but I'm just kind of being optimistic about his words. But it's weird. But I do think there are better teams in the West, so it is some truth to it. So that obviously makes sense, but I don't understand why you would say that with being LeBron.
I never seen something like this. If I was Austin Reaves' agent, I might think about suing Rich Paul for I don't know if there's something they could do. I've never seen an agent, an active agent with the top player that's the face of the league, and you're literally saying that Austin Reaves need to come off the bench. That's crazy. I do like the idea of Marcus Smart starting because they need to have pressure at the point of attack. I don't like the way they just went about this. This was corny. LeBron, you look already shooting a three-pointer. Everybody want to change the narrative for LeBron because they don't want to say that this guy is narcissistic.
Situations like this always become bigger than the initial statement because fans start debating intent, dissecting tone, and pulling clips from old interviews to prove a point. Once Chris Paul's thoughts hit the internet, everyone had an opinion, some agreeing, some questioning, and some wondering if LeBron James had a hand in shaping that message. Then you had voices like Kwame Brown and Boogie Cousins weighing in, breaking down what Chris actually meant and how it landed with the public. Moments like this aren't just about basketball, they're about perception, influence, and how quickly a comment can spiral into a full-on debate across social platforms. Fans have been debating whether those observations were just straightforward basketball analysis or if they came off in a way that rubbed people the wrong way. Once former players weigh in, the conversation multiplies because their perspective adds layers to how everyone interprets the message. Mid-season discussions